What? We're gonna be in a tent.
Okay.
Let's sleep outside.
Maybe attacked by a bear.
So this test is over the entire chapter, so make sure you go all the way back to the beginning, chapter 14.
Oh, yay.
Okay.
Are we doing chapter 15 today?
No, we're starting chapter 15 on Wednesday.
That's the today's test review.
Test review today, and then we'll probably watch a video when we're done with that.
Is he Tyler, that's not yellow.
All my notes are everywhere.
Yeah, my notes are like.
Okay, you guys ready? So, let's see. First thing you want to find, make sure you know that, and we're skipping quite a bit here, but you want to just know the explanation of water movement in plants is called the transpiration cohesion theory. Okay, so you can skip all that part about why they need water and the different ways that they transport water. Just find transpiration cohesion theory. Make sure you know that's how they explain water movement in plants. The transpiration cohesion theory.
So do you must like know the steps?
Nope.
Just the other one.
Just know that that's the explanation of water movement.
Okay.
Cohesion. Transpiration cohesion theory.
Oh. It's under transpiration cohesion. It's like the very bottom.
Yeah, it should be the very last thing about it. And then also guttation. Guttation is when drops of water are forced through the stomata at the margin of a leaf. Guttation, yes. Okay, under turgor pressure and wilting, make sure you know turgor pressure is the presence of water inside a plant cell in sufficient quantity to give the cell stiffness. The difference is temporary wilting, remember, can be caused by basically just water loss if it's really hot, and it can be corrected. And then permanent wilting is caused by insects or fungus or something else destroying plant tissue. All right, and then for the translocation, just know translocation is the movement of carbohydrates through the plant. Translocation. The movement of carbohydrates through the plant. All right, under plants and minerals, make sure you know the definition of mulch. Mulch is decomposing organic matter. This is under plants and minerals.
Oh.
There it is. Keep it. All right, under plant hormones, you need to know the different types of hormones, or actually you just need to recognize three. Make sure you know auxins are hormones. Gibberellins, also under gibberellins, make sure you know about them that they stimulate cell division and cell elongation in leaves and stems, also aid in flower and fruit formation. So gibberellins stimulate cell division and cell elongation in leaves and stems and aid in flower and fruit formation. And then ethylene. Ethylene, remember, is a gas. It's a hormone that's a gas. And also it stimulates ripening and promotes the formation of the abscission layer. Stimulates ripening and abscission layer. Under the tropisms, you only need to know one of them. Make sure you know phototropism. It's a growth response to light. Phototropism, growth response to light. Okay, and then under plants and light, just know that the three categories, I guess, of plants based on the photo period or the length of the photo period are short day, long day, and day neutral plants.
Do we need to know like the definitions?
No, just know, you do need to know that they're linked to the photo period. Right, so those are the 3 categories of plants based on the photo period. Short day, long day, day neutral. Or photoperiodism. Okay, that was 14A. For 14B, which is all about plant reproduction, first of all, make sure you know that sexual reproduction involves the formation of flowers, fruits, and seeds. Sexual reproduction is the formation of flowers, fruits, and seeds. And also, sexual reproduction is important because it leads to varieties or variations in the plant. That's the advantage of sexual reproduction, is variations. For vegetative reproduction, know that it is the reproduction of plants from stems, roots, and leaves. Reproduction from stems, roots, and leaves is vegetative reproduction. And that's all you need to know about that. The flower, moving on to sexual reproduction. The flower, there is a diagram, don't forget about that. The flower diagram, that's on page 332 in your book. Make sure you study that and the different parts. Remember, I gave you the list of the parts you needed to know. So make sure you study those on the diagram. Okay, also under the stamen, make sure you know that the anther is the sac in which the pollen grains are formed. The anther is where the pollen grains are formed. Under the carpel, make sure you know the stigma is sticky when it's mature to receive the pollen.
Wait,
Stigma.
so for the was it the anther or the stamen that pollen grains are from?
The anther is part of the stamen, but specifically the anther is where the pollen is formed. Okay? And then the stigma is sticky.
Stigma.
Yes, the sticky surface to receive the pollen. And also under the carpel, make sure you know the ovule is what becomes a seed when it's fertilized. The ovule becomes a seed when fertilized. Okay, for flowers that are pollinated by wind, they're usually incomplete flowers because they lack petals. They don't have the bright colored petals because they don't need them. So if they're pollinated by wind, they lack petals. And make sure you know composite flower. Composite flower is composed of many small flowers on a single receptacle. Composite flower. Composed of many small flowers on a single receptacle. All right, nothing about pollination. Moving on to seeds. For the seeds, make sure you know the hilum is the scar on the seed. That's the point where it was attached to the ovary wall. The hilum is the scar. And the stored food is the endosperm. Stored food is the endosperm. And the hypocotyl is the embryonic stem. Hypocotyl, embryonic stem. Germination is the beginning of the growth of an embryonic plant within a seed. Make sure you know the definition and the 3 conditions that must be met, which is the proper moisture, temperature, and oxygen. So it's the beginning of the growth of the plant within the seed, and it begins when proper moisture, temperature, and oxygen exist. And then the types of fruits that were on the slide there, that is a matching section on your test. You'll need to know all of them. Did you get all of them? Anyone miss any? You should have, the last one should be multiple fruit. which is pineapple. That's the last one. So as long as you got all the way down to that, you're good.
You said, do you know all this?
Yes, it'll be matching though, so it won't be like from memory. Just match the type of fruit with the example.
Oh, that's a lot.
Okay, any questions on that? Anything you missed? I think it's 50 questions on the test, so normal average size test. Okay, so we are going to watch, I forget what episode we're on, I'm gonna try to figure this out. The next episode of the Unlocking the Mystery of the Genesis?
Hey, do you want me to bring
Yes, we're gonna watch the Marcus Link, that's correct.
Okay.
Evan,